Holy crap, ARCSYS is making a new game. I did not expect to wake up this Saturday to a new ARCSYS game. It's called Granblue Fantasy Versus. It's been announced for PS4. It's coming out next year. Oh my god, it looks amazing. You know what? We'll talk after we watch the trailer. Let's go. So I believe that is from the anime. And then this is from the game. And look how great this looks. This looks totally like Guilty Gear. A little bit of Dragon Ball Fighters, maybe. I guess there's some influence. I love this animation. It's so good. It's ARCSYS, right? It's ARCSYS. Here comes the fight. Yep, anime fighting for sure. Now, over the course of this trailer, something I've noticed is that I don't see any like crazy aerial combos. It seems a lot more grounded than usual. So a lot more similar to Guilty Gear in a way, but even more grounded than Guilty Gear. You don't see any jump cancels, you don't see any air dashing, which is curious. Like, can you imagine an anime fighter without air dashing? I love this intro. She's too short, so she has to stand on a... okay. She has to stand on a box. She's a very short character. How did they solve her hitbox? They gave her a very big crown. Put a hurtbox on the crown. That solves the issue with short characters, right? Really cool and flashy ultimate attacks. I'm digging the music too. Animation-wise, it's always top-notch. Man, you see that little frame of animation? That's cool. Combat is what has me the most curious though, because yeah, it's an anime game, but you kind of don't leave the ground. I mean, you see characters leaving the ground here and there, but it seems that it's mostly for special attacks, not really for jump canceling into normals. Okay, there's definitely juggling, and there you go. I think, okay, so that that attack was definitely jump forward. That was very anime. Yeah, but mostly when characters get off the ground, it's because they use the special attack, not because they jump cancel or anything. Or at least that's the way it looks right now. So something closer to Guilty Gear rather than BlazBlue or Dragon Ball Fighters, but at the same time, it just seems a lot more grounded than that. I dig that. I dig the uniqueness of it. Granblue Fantasy Versus. What is Granblue Fantasy? I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. I actually did some research on this before I started recording. Granblue Fantasy used to be an RPG. Very popular RPG in Japan. Never really came over to the West because, like a lot of Japanese games, it only came out on Android, iOS, web browsers. That stuff tends to not be so popular over here in the West. So it's one of those games that was released in Japan and it stayed in Japan. This game also got very popular because it united two video game legends. It brought together the legendary music composer Nobuo Uematsu, who you might know from Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy. I think he even did a Smash theme at some point. And a very famous art director who personally I didn't know him. His name is Hideo Minaba, who also worked on Final Fantasy games and Lost Odyssey. So those two big names were enough to kickstart this RPG, which gained some popularity throughout the years. Now the RPG came out 4 years ago, 2014, so not that long ago. This is not ancient history. But even more recently, last year, 2017, we had an animation come out. In January of last year, we had a Granblue Fantasy movie, and then in April of that same year we had a TV series with 12 episodes, which is stuff that I now plan to watch and check out this sort of universe. Now Platinum Games was apparently also developing a game for Granblue Fantasy called Granblue Fantasy Project Relink. Not entirely sure of what the state of development on this is, but there's actually a very big gameplay demo out there, and it looks like a Ni no Kuni sort of like action RPG style of game, which coming from Platinum Games, this also reminds me a tiny little bit of the cancelled Scalebound. Sorry, every time I think about Scalebound, I choke a little bit. Now, I evoke Ni no Kuni, but obviously you should expect this to be a lot more action-oriented because it's Platinum Games. There are also some crazy sections where the world is collapsing, so some platforming and stuff. Looks like a proper Platinum Games game. So I'm also excited for that. That makes me want to watch Granblue even more. And now ARCSYS is making a fighter. A fighter that looks as gorgeous as this. I will at least try it out, and I can't wait to hear more about it. Details on the unique hooks of this fighting game are still very, very scarce. They focused on the announcement of the characters that are playable. So as far as systems, we don't have much to go on yet, but we'll stay tuned for the future. Let me know what you thought of the announcement trailer. Let me know what you think of this new game by ARCSYS. Are you excited? Are you gonna try it out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And hey, did you know that if you join our Discord server, you will get an alert every time I upload a video or go live? It's just one of the many perks of joining our Discord server. So make sure you join. There's a link in the description down below. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.